Hello, all friends. Today, I will analyze a battle between two different tyrannosaurs. One is very famous in the Jurassic movie franchise, REXY. The other is created by Koreans, One Eye. One Eye. One Eye is the main antagonist of the 2012 epic adventure drama film Speckles the Tarbosaurus, also known as the Dino King, and a posthumous antagonist in its 2017 sequel, Speckles the Tarbosaurus 2, The New Paradise, also known as Dino King. 3D Journey to Fire Mountain. He is a vicious, scarred Tyrannosaurus Rex and Speckles' nemesis who is bent on killing Speckles and creating havoc in the valley for his own amusement. Although he never speaks, One Eye is displayed as an aggressive, violent, cruel, vicious, ruthless, cunning, relentless, and heavily territorial Tyrannosaurus. Despite his advanced age, he is immensely physically powerful and has a surprisingly large and useful mind filled with strategic planning and weakness deciphering. The cunning One Eye, an older Tyrannosaurus Rex looking for a new home, attacked Speckles' herd one day and, smelling sure victory, viciously tore Speckles' family away from him to usurp their territory. For 20 years, One Eye would hound Speckles' life and rule the valley with an iron claw until they fought for the last time, which ended with One Eye's defeat as a pair of 100-foot-long Tylosaurus devoured the sinister Tyrannosaurus. Powers and abilities. Superhuman strength. Despite his old age, One Eye was incredibly strong, being able to push a massive boulder off a cliff with little effort and toss a young Tarbosaurus away from only one force of friction. He was also able to fight Speckles and Blue Eyes easily, pushing them respectively with little effort. With his massive jaw strength, One Eye is able to ensure enough damage on his opponents to either wound or kill them. Superhuman speed. One Eye possessed powerful, muscular legs that enabled him to run at speeds that bellied his huge size, being able to keep up with a dinosaur stampede that he had started and chase down Speckles and Blue Eyes during their younger years. Superhuman durability. One Eye's durable body was able to take much damage from an enraged Speckles and the powerful jaw strength of oversized Tylosaurus that reached over 100 feet long. Superhuman stamina. With great stamina on his side, One Eye is able to run and fight for considerable periods of time without tiring. Intelligence. One Eye was almost always able to find ways to win fights where he was at a disadvantage, as he was able to corner himself to a tree so that Therizinosaurus's claws would get stuck in order for him to bite its neck and kill it, creating stampede against his rivals, or pushing a boulder onto the tail of an Ankylosaurus so it would get stuck and be defenseless against him. Longevity. One Eye terrorized Speckles' life for 20 years, and he was already an adult when Speckles was an infant. Tyrannosaurs reached full size at around 20 and died at around 30, so One Eye was at least 10 years too old at the end of the movie, and yet he was still in his physical prime. 2. REXY. REXY is a female Tyrannosaurus Rex who appears as a major antagonist turned anti-heroic deuteragonist in Jurassic Park, 1993, a minor protagonist in Jurassic World and its 2 sequel Jurassic World movies. REXY is the name given by park personnel. She is one of the park's main attractions and had a part in both Isla Nublar incidents in 1993 and 2015, respectively. In the latter, she was released by Claire Deering in order to assist with combating the Indominus Rex. REXY is a large 13, 5-meter long, 44.3 feet, and 5, 2-meter tall, 17 feet, adult female Tyrannosaurus Rex with a dull gray and brown color scheme with degradation color zone running down her neck, back, and tail. In the first film, she appears to be quite robust and muscular, though her appearance in the 4th and 5th films has changed noticeably, with the stripes on her back having become very faint, her skin tightening, the shape of her head morphing with age and her body becoming thinner. However, she somehow regained mass after Jurassic World's downfall, becoming more robust by 2018. REXY displays scars all over her body, most notably 3 large gashes running down the right-hand side of her neck and face from what she received during a fight with 2 velociraptors in 1993, making her easily recognizable. Powers and abilities. While she possesses physiology and powers of the extinct Tyrannosaurus, including strong jaws, REXY strangely had bad vision, which explained her tendencies to attack any moving objects, unlike the said extinct species, and believing that these dinosaurs can be avoided by freezing in one spot until they turn away and leave. How REXY had bad vision was due to the defect on her cloning process. Also, unlike the extinct Tyrannosaurus, REXY can also run much faster, as she was able to briefly catch up to a jeep. In Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, after being transported off Isla Nublar due to a volcanic eruption and later freed from Lockwood Manor along with all the other dinosaurs, REXY is seen breaking into a zoo exhibit and roaring at a lion who stands its ground. Powers and abilities. Superhuman physical characteristics, enhanced senses, powerful bite, around 12,000 pounds per square inch. Attack potency, small building level, caused this much destruction while fighting the Indominus Rex. Speed, superhuman, can keep up with a jeep for a brief period. Durability, small building level, took a beating from the Indominus and managed to survive having her full body weight land being thrown to the ground without injury. Stamina, high, could fight the Indominus without visibly tiring. Intelligence, about average for a dinosaur, but when needed is capable of teamwork with other dinosaurs such as Blue. Weaknesses, lacks true binocular vision and can't see something at least the size of a human that is motionless. Attracted to flares. 3. Analysis. Feats of one eye, strength. Pushed a large boulder twice as big as he was. An adult T-Rex weighed about 9 tons, so the rock it pushed must have weighed at least 100 tons. Could push dinosaurs his own size with little struggle. Kill an ankylosaurus with just one bite to the head. Tossed a young Tarbosaurus away with only one force of friction. Physically dragged himself out of a quicksand bog. Speed. Kept up with a stampede of dinosaurs that he had orchestrated. Chased down Speckles and Blue Eyes during their younger years. Chased a fully grown Torosaurus. Dodged a Therizinosaurus's claws. Could keep up with other theropods in combat. Durability. Took hits from an enraged Speckles. Tanked bites from 2 100-foot-long Tylosaurus. Survived falling off a cliff into the ocean, violently hitting the cliffside on the way down. After that, he still had enough strength to continue fighting Speckles. You should know that the heavier the object, the greater the gravity acting on it. A dinosaur weighing about 9 tons would endure a very strong force when falling down a cliff. If it were a normal dinosaur, its parts would be broken and die immediately, but it was almost unharmed while underwater. It can be seen that One Eye's durability is extremely high. We see that based on feats, One Eye has much more strength and durability than REXY. One bite killed the Ankylosaurus, pushed a rock weighing hundreds of tons, and fell from a high place onto a cliff without any damage. Especially it shows these things when over 40 years old. These 2 details alone are enough to confirm that REXY will not be able to defeat One Eye. REXY's strength and durability are not equal to her opponents. That's not to mention One Eye's intelligence. It can completely create a plan to weaken REXY before finishing off the enemy. Even if its opponent is Indominus Rex, the victory is still One Eye's. So in terms of combat, the winner of this battle is One Eye. He played his role extremely well, a true tyrant. However, if this were a beauty contest or a contest to see who has more fans, the winner would definitely belong to REXY. REXY is actually an anti-hero. He does not side with humans, but sometimes plays an extremely important role in helping human characters defeat other villains like Velociraptor, Indominus Rex, Carnotaurus, and Giganotosaurus. This is the end of my battle analysis clip. If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, comment on the battle you want me to do below. See you again.